Associated Press has vowed to continue its lawsuit against the Trump administration despite losing its claim for an emergency injunction in court. Reporters from the Associated Press have been barred from the White House press pool over the outlet's refusal to honour Trump's executive order renaming the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America.
This is a pro-Ukraine rally in Bulgaria. When you watch clips like this on the news, you might not have thought much about who filmed it. The photographer behind this camera works for the Associated Press, or AP for short. Over 3,900 news outlets around the world, including us at Sky News Australia, pay to use the video clips and the written copy AP gathers to fill bulletins, websites, newspapers and social media accounts. Companies like AP are called wires. They're designed to quickly distribute basic facts and raw vision with no editorial spin. Which is why they've been given dedicated access to the limited number of outlets allowed in the White House press pool, until now.
I actually learned that I have been sued by the Associated Press.
Oh, that means, okay, we cannot, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, personally?
We'll see them in court.
It all started when Donald Trump declared he was signing an executive order to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America.
Have you talked to Mexico about this?
Actually, interestingly, I've never spoken to him about it.
But they did speak to Google, who promptly made the change.
So, Google is wrong.
In responding to the executive order, AP issued a style guidance that said the Associated Press will refer to it by its original name while acknowledging the new name Trump has chosen. As a global news agency that disseminates news around the world, the AP must ensure that place names and geography are easily recognisable to all audiences. The response was swift. The White House AP reporters have been barred from accessing the Oval Office, Air Force One, and some press conferences, but critically not the wider White House campus or the press briefing room.
Asking the President of the United States questions in limited spaces such as the Oval Office and Air Force One is a privilege that unfortunately has only been granted to a few. It is not a legal right for all.
Which is why AP's lawsuit has failed in its attempt to order an injunction to restore access, but is continuing to sue, arguing the Trump administration is breaching their constitutional right to free speech.
But the Associated Press just refuses to go with what the law is and what is taking place. It's called the Gulf of America now. It's not called the Gulf of Mexico any longer. I have the right to do it.
In a statement, the White House Correspondents Association said this situation is, as it has been from the beginning, unacceptable and has already had a chilling effect on journalists who simply want to do their job on behalf of the American people. Now, Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt has taken it one step further.
Moving forward, the White House press pool will be determined by the White House press team.
The reality is this isn't really about the Gulf of America. The Trump administration's come in determined not to start on the back foot like they did in 2017. At the same time, trust in White House correspondents is at an all-time low. After years of being given so little access by the Biden administration and so many shying away from reporting on the obvious cognitive decline of Joe Biden. Right now, the Trump administration knows in this fight they have the upper hand.
As far as the strategy, we are on offense. We are on offense every single day. And the president leads from an offensive mindset.
And this is just the first month of Trump's second term. Annalise Nielsen, Sky News, Washington, D.C.